Hi, my name is Lauren Camp, and I am reading from my book, Worn Smooth Between Devourings, a finalist for the 2023 Big Other Book Award for Poetry. I'm going to read you 3 poems. The first one is called Whistle Down the Wind. Everything can't be as large as consent. The man I like to forget whistled. He had been hawked out of paradise, or he never knew paradise, and his whistle chased me to distance. The clock at the church kept to its ticking, its bells with their sticky, poised hope. I could not withstand reason. That year I gathered noon every Wednesday and started again every noon, with the sun enthroning my heart. A maze, a pace. I have no excuse but the sip and the fork. Let's stop talking about sinners. Aren't they everywhere? I give credit to the useless memory. I had to leave the calendar to find sun familiar again. Now I gaze at this quarrelsome desert, barren with discipline. On Thursday, I go through exponents. On Tuesday, I imagine needing only the line. Some days, my days are identical. Shame is expected. Shame is easy. It's easy to show you what is left of desire. Freeway, curb, quiver, flight. His gift was the dust in which I breed seeds. Soon time became a thin piece of past and not necessary to keep. I consider what has happened since the 6 hospital visits, the episodic arrangement of yucca, a ruined America, and so on, because it is all a repetition of loss and immensity. The man I cannot define never abandoned his hazard, his circulatory system. And it was this that I vultured for unboned months, more grasping, and then more farewells. In the garden, my madness showed up as thickening mint. That wasn't enough. So I made myself to bear others. I don't know why I started to think about this. Everything is concluded. But there was such aching to hasp what I thought I must have. It seems I will never dormant those days I stole meaning and arranged it like love. The weather was rubbed with fragrance, the yoke of the blistering sun practicing its offerings. It was every degree of fun or appearance. Those noons I expected to eat, and I ate and starved. The clouds spilled over the sky, coupling. What matters? I think through every aperture. He gave me nothing but the jewel of darkness. I wear it a lot. The coyotes are out compassing the ground. Do you hear them? Whistling about their beautiful lives. Worn Smooth Between Devourings is very much a love letter to New Mexico, where I live, where I've lived for 30 years. It features lots of the wonderful things about it, but also includes some of the dangers. And wildfires and drought are definitely highest on that list. This poem I'm going to read next is a found poem. It's called Days of the Fire of Fires. We said, here, too. We said no power. We said, oh no, said many prisms of pity, conclusion. We said those short and small messages that mean terrible, horrifying. Can't believe it, we said. Awful, and thinking of you again and again. We said, wow, and OMG, and nightmare. And we said, have a plan, said love, and worried, and hope you're okay. We said, plague, and go, or don't. We said, no clearing of sky, and more than a week. We said, vast mist, the color of rust. We said, as if refusing what can be undone. We said forest and town and erasure and species. Some said we are still okay. We said sunrise and ash. We said same here, or we said never. She said trying to breathe. The winds rape on in the unfocused light. We said it is. It isn't. He said, the full coming down, the coiling around, unreal. We said, ravaged. So very, I'm so sorry, and so. Same here, we said, or yes, or no. Tragic, we said, look at it now. We said this morning, said we are settled much as we can. Said our house, or the neighbors, everything, everyone. Likely to get worse, we said, we heard. The end of the world. How are you? Pray, we said in a whisper. The valley is heavy. We drove through. Could not. Thank you so much, John Madera and Big Other, for the chance to be a finalist for the 2023 Big Other Book Award for poetry. And thank you also to Raymond Hammond and NYQ Books for taking my manuscript, my poems, and building from them a very beautiful object, one I can be really proud of. The last poem I want to read is called Stay Into, and it is the poem that gives the collection its title. Stay into. Not the absence of sky, but the sudden work of life. Lance or ash, shovel, notch or wince. I begin inside myself to sing a prayer for nourishment, a feat of the spirits. I was taught one summer at a wooden table, a knot of bread, the euphony of childhood. I memorized those unwrapped syllables, rolling immersion over the years. The words have gone. I take to rhapsodic humming. It was never bounty, but simplicity, a time spun to habit, ordinary inclination, a sort of fantasy. God, I adored that childhood, those colors I made from my breathing, even the dimly, the stubborn farthest pitches. All this time I've kept on the lip that ancient song map, the divine, worn smooth between devourings.